Today we're going to talk about sights. There's three basic ones, and today we're going to go over all of them. So the three basic sights, in my opinion, are you have a fixed pin, which is multi-pins fixed. There's no movement. Once you set them, they're set. Then you have the, oh, hold on, I can't really bend like that. There we go. Almost got it. There we go. Then you have the fixed pin with the slider, which is what I really like. I love fixed pins, but I love having that option to play and tinker and get out there a little bit farther. And then you have, now there's more hunting based. I don't own any of them, like HHA, Spot Hog makes that one that's more hunting oriented. But then you have the fully adjustable, fully movable. This is more of a target setup, single 10,000 pin. I love these things. This is, if you're looking for pure accuracy, this is where it's at. I mean, it's got dial. You can dial it in to the exact yardage. And we're talking precision. This is precision archery. So, like I said, this is a fully movable target sight. They do make fully movable single pins for hunting. The multi-pin, you can see that? It's a multi-pin setup with your movable on the side. So you can adjust up and down, and then that'll be your bottom pin. And then you have the old trusty fixed pins. Now, this one is actually what I used to use when I shot competitive archery, IBO shooting. See if the light's gonna turn on. Now battery's dead, bummer. But this was what I used when I shot advanced hunter class and a little bit of hunter class back in the day. And this is a bulletproof sight. Once you set these pins, you can beat the snot out of a fixed pin sight for the most part, and you're never going to have issues. There's nothing to go wrong. There's no moving parts. There's no extra. So this is my recommendation for most beginners. Two reasons. One, it's bulletproof. It's set it and forget it. Two, is most beginners aren't going to get to use the slider option appropriately. Most beginners aren't good enough shooters to be stretching out to the hundreds or even 80, really, let's be honest. So if you stick with a fixed pin, 5, everything I have is 3 because I was set at this is what I shot for competition. This was my very first sight that I took to a 3D competition. But these are bulletproof, absolutely bulletproof. That's why I love it, and that's why I have a soft spot for pins too, because that's what I started shooting at, and I still love it to this day. So back to the sights. So you have your fixed pin, which is what I always suggest everyone that just starting archery goes with. You sight it in, you're going to have fixed numbers. You're going to have probably 20, 30, 40. Maybe you're good enough to get it out to 50 and keep it in that kind of group size that I was talking about before. But this is where I think you should start. I think everybody should have a fixed pin on their bow pretty much immediately. Sorry, Shop Dog wants to go play. So from there, in the hunting world, you have your fully movable, which Excel makes one of my personal favorites. The new Landside's great. This is my older stuff because I haven't been able to archery now for, I guess it's been about 2 years since I've been able to draw back a bow. So hopefully we're getting closer to that. But this movable option, you get the best of both worlds, which is something I love. For hunting purposes, the reason I love this is because I can set up with my, let me see if I put on my black shirt, with my pins. So I set it. I don't touch them normally in the woods for hunting purposes. So these are fixed. This goes all the way out to 55 yards. The bottom pin is not sighted in, obviously, because, well, I haven't shot a bow for 2 years, and I never got finished. So you always have your fixed pins ready to go when you're in the stand. But like anybody else, I enjoy playing. I love shooting farther yardages, and I'm might take a 65, 70 yards if conditions are perfect. I know that I have the ability to do it. I have trust in my ability to do it. That's a big thing. You have to trust yourself and know what you can do and can't do. If you can't shoot 50, 60 yards on a calm, regular day at home, then you should never, ever think about taking a shot like that in the field where an animal's life is going to be possibly in jeopardy. I mean, you gut shoot one that suffers, that's a bad look on everybody. Bad look on you, in my opinion. It's a bad look on the sport, and we're trying to promote the sport, not hurt the sport, right? So, back to what I was saying. You got your fixed pins, so you're in the tree stand, you're always ready. You're ready to hammer. Anything comes in between pretty much 20 and 55, I mean, it's green light. And then you have your slider, which I'll try to get a little closer. That bad boy goes out to 100, what is this? It's 110. Yeah, 110 yards. I get the privilege of, when we first bought this property, having a lot of land, had a 3D course set up, and was able to reach out to 100 plus on a regular. I love this. I love being able to play. This is the site that, if you have the extra money, these are going to be a little cheaper in most cases, a fixed pin. But if you have the extra money, grab yourself one of these. It's gonna grow with you. It's one that you can have for years to come. It's not just like, you know, the latest fab. This one, you're gonna have all your options. You're gonna have your fixed, you're gonna have your slider, best of both worlds. If you're into donating money and going to TAC and shooting a 3D course that's not local, there you go. Reach all the way out there. Instead of wasting your money going to TAC events, I say go support your local club and have fun with your friends. But that's just me. And then the big one. So you have this, then you have your target sights. This was my target sight for my target setup. I don't even run a lens. No lens. It's been so long since I've been able to shoot, I couldn't remember if I had a lens in it or not. So right before I was unable to shoot, I was shooting a 4-power and 2-power. But so once you get this kind of sight, now you're in a totally different world. You are in precision mode. You're shooting for, 12 rings this big. You're shooting 60Xs. This is a precision sight. We're talking 2 clicks. I mean, like I said, fine, adjust. That's 1, 2. I don't know if you can hear the clicks. I forget exactly how many clicks. I want to say there's like 10 clicks in between yardages on my bow because it's a little slower. But when you range and you see 2.5, I'm dialing 2.5. I'm not dialing 2. I'm not dialing 3. I'm putting 2.5 on it and gunning for it. That's what the beauty of this sight is its precision. When you have this sight, you are losing some of the precision because it's just on a slide. You're getting as close as you can. And it just goes up and down. So you see how that just, as I turn it, is where it goes. Nothing wrong with it. Great for hunting because them fine little details don't matter for hunting. But when you're shooting target, you got money on the line, pride on the line. You want to be able to dial that exact yardage, and this is going to give you pinpoint accuracy when it comes to yardages. That's kind of my wrap up. I love pins. This was my competitive pin sight back in, I want to say 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. I shot hunter class when I started competitive archery, moved up to advanced, and then stepped away from archery for a while. Great sight. This thing, bulletproof. The Spot Hog It. If you want to get into pin competitive archery, which is fixed pins, you can use this kind of slider sight, but it's super heavy. So I would suggest getting fixed pins like this. Man, can't go wrong. This thing is bulletproof. Find an older one. It is bulletproof. If you're going for a little bit of everything, you're shooting stretched yardages, you're trying to get better, you love that shooting long range, then go with a sight that offers you both your fixed pins and your slider. This is my favorite sight right now when it comes to do it all. I have no problem taking this anywhere I want to go. If I want to shoot indoors, if I want to shoot 3D, this is where it's at. This is what I would run on my hunting bow, as you've seen in past videos. That's kind of my wrap up on sights. If you're a beginner, stick with the fixed pins, or you go with this, but don't really worry about the slider. Get your pins dialed in, focus on pins until you're accurate enough to get a sight tape, because sight tapes are a little harder to get. And I'll go over that in another video. We'll do a sighting video, trying to give you guys more stuff for the beginners right now. You know, you got to start somewhere, and I want to help build into that. Hopefully one day we will be doing these videos, and I'll be shooting, and we'll go over everything I do to try to get back into competition form, and then get back out on the trail and take you guys with me. That's the plan. And you never know, you might see a little something different every now and then. Like Shop Dog. Oh, come on, Bobby. If you didn't hear him whining, he wants to go in the house. We've been out here for a little bit messing around. All right, go on, Shop Dog. That's everything. I think we covered it pretty good. If you have any questions, comments, post them down below. Let me know. As always, I appreciate you guys. Give us a like. Please share this. Share it with your buddies that are just getting into archery. Subscribe. It's for free. You know, it doesn't hurt you any. You don't have to watch the videos, but it helps us a ton and helps get us out more. Other than that, y'all have a good one. Cheers.